It's been a minute.
Good morning.
We're going to try to speak up. We got a fire going right here. It's been chilly lately, to say the least.
Yeah.
You guys saw so far at this point. First off, we want to thank AG1 for sponsoring our video. Very pleased with that. Some people would say, bunch of sellouts trying to get paid to promote products.
Well, we only promote things that we truly like.
Payne County Rust. He pays us 7 G's a month. No, he just pays us some product.
Yeah.
He doesn't even pay us. He just offers it, and we gladly do it. Brazos Valley. We actually buy the soaps. Normally she'll throw in some extras and stuff, which we always appreciate. Just things like that we actually talk about.
I feel like there's more, but
Ariat. We did Ariat for a good minute. We promote Starlink. That's not even paid at all.
Yeah, so we only truly like to promote things that we actually like.
Use or whatever.
Yeah, we're not going to tell you guys about something that's not good.
And everyone knows we've been trying for the longest time to get on our health journey kick. And AG1 is probably our only hope. And I think that's the honest truth.
Yeah.
There we go. I think that's truly the honest truth. But anyways, so you guys saw that. You guys saw that we cleaned everything up. We might be moving a little bit. But we got everything pretty much cleaned up. It rained non-freaking stop for an entire week. And then it froze. Any water that we had collected ended up freezing every morning. Just be frost out here. Trying to get heat with the generator again sucks. Just back to the same grind.
Well, you have been. I have to go back to the house every night because our dogs are still there.
We're working on that.
Yeah, like Sawyer, Ruth, Bandit, and Lucy.
Yeah.
But they'll be out here soon, so I'm just
back and forth
right now.
And you guys saw we moved the shed house studio off. The tiny house is gone. We tried to move the water tank, which was your idea.
Yeah, I was going to say, before Jason gets beat up.
Yeah.
It was my idea. Well, originally we were going to make that into a tiny house.
Yeah.
Because we thought that would be so cool, but it was just on the list of things to do. And then whenever we talked about leaving Shooting Ranch, I was like, what if we can bring a part of it?
And I said no. And then I started looking at it.
And then it was like a couple days later you came back. And
I was like, I started messing with the bolts. And I don't think I actually said this in the video, but I did say there was like 1,248 bolts. I actually took off 1,248 bolts. In the video, I think it only showed 1 or 2 panels. I did the entire top, took it all off, and it was not coming apart. And that's when we hired, I guess we didn't pay him. We contacted.
Yeah, the Ben King.
Yeah, that's what it's called. And he's from Kansas, and he was going down to either Texas or Oklahoma.
Yeah, South Oklahoma. And then on his way back to Kansas, he stopped to take a look at it for us.
I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but he was very tired and yawning. He had them puppies. He started his day early in the morning, and at that point it was already like 7 or something.
Yeah.
It was later in the day, and this was a while back. We've known this for a while, and he tried to help, and then he said, I am not trying to sell you on getting a grain silo, an actual grain bin. And we said, well, that would actually be pretty funny because everybody called this a grain silo. And the joke was, it's not a grain silo.
Yeah.
So how funny would that be if we actually got a grain silo? And you guys know we got the building in town, the studio, and all of that. Then Danielle threw out the idea
of doing a tiny house? What are you talking about?
That, but we also got the building in town.
Oh, they already know that.
I'm just reassuring everybody that it wasn't me.
Oh,
That's what
my
I'm getting
idea
at here.
To sell the house in Bixby, Tulsa, and stay at this apartment studio in Bristow.
Yeah.
But
and then once because everyone keeps saying, Jason, when are you finally going to just break down and get that woman a house? Our original goal was to not build any other structure other than a shop, a barn, and a house.
Yeah.
And that was just going to be it.
And then again, just though, like, the idea of, like, can we bring the Nida grain silo out here? Just going, like, that would just be so awesome. It was just there, like, this is what I want. Let's make it happen.
And it was more of, if we do that, this is what kind of sold me, I guess. I don't know how good this footage is, but what sold me on that, because at first I was like, no, we're not moving the grain silo. It'd be a big pain in the butt. And then you even brought up maybe actually a real grain silo and all that stuff, and I was like, I don't know. What sold me was we could actually get here quicker. We could actually be on this property. If we started to build a shop and a house first, I was watching videos, and if you hire a company to build you a barn-dominium, and I think Cold Beer is living proof of this, you are going to wait at least 8 months to a year for them to build it out. At least 8 months a year. That's once they start. Yeah. You're on a list to even get them to come start on it. And so it could be, they're all just back behind this tree.
Yeah, making sure they're not running.
It could be anywhere from like a year to 2 years before we could actually have a house out here that we could get in. So if we get a grain silo.
I'll say, before you guys say, but Jason, you guys were already doing that with the tiny house and it took you so long. This would not be from the ground up, for one.
Not on our part, at least.
Yeah. So there will be a shell.
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference.
Massive difference.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. So.
But, again, though, by the time whenever it gets here, which is soon, we'll be starting in the winter again.
Yeah. Well, why not? But it will be nice too to have a structure already. Boom, it's there, and we just start working the inside. It doesn't matter if it's cold outside or if it's rainy or whatever. You're working on the inside. Yes, it does make it harder because you can't have tools outside and whatever. But it's a lot easier to do that than to start from the ground up. And we will know for sure, because this is what this guy does. We will know that it's built right and it's put up good. And he's seen many buildings that he's done and other buildings that have been done. And, he said it's very sound, it's strong.
Did we tell them how big it is?
In the video.
Oh, okay.
24. Mm-hmm. So we did say it in the video. I don't know if any of y'all caught it or whatnot.
So it will be pretty roomy.
Yeah, so perspective, the not a grain silo at Shooting Ranch was 22 feet wide. So this will actually be 2 feet wider and then the same height. That's pretty big for a tiny house. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to do that from the get-go, but we didn't want our living structure that we were going to be in right on the shop. That's why we didn't do that from the get-go over there. But we always knew that would be a really cool, at someday, some point, to build a tiny house out of it. And the last few months, we were already going to do that for our help.
Yeah.
We had it all planned out and everything. And so whenever we already kind of had it planned out and then it didn't happen, we were like, well, we already got the idea. Let's just roll with it. That would just
be so cool. So
let's do it. And a thing that, at least on my part, is we've done a shed to house. I've done 3 of them at this point. Mm-hmm. The one in Texas, the one at the old off-grid property, and then the studio. And then we built a tiny house, this would have been my second one, from the ground up. Mm-hmm. So already gone that route. This is completely different.
Yeah, let's do something new.
It's something exciting. It's not, I got to build the exact same thing. You have to, them boys are just going all over now. You have to really think and get creative, which that's what I love to do. It's a circle. How do you make it work in a circle? How do you make it work when the edges are kind of like ribbed? They're at a at a worm, you know. It's nothing on it's going to be easy. So you constantly have to be creative and think outside the box, and I think that's what's going to help us get there. And already right now, you guys will be seeing in the next video, we're working on the area for it, the foundation, all that stuff. And even that alone is already going to be something different than what we've done, because I don't want to say too much right now, but you can't build it the conventional way. You have to do it different, because you're going to have a massive structure and something different, and the way the weight's going to be on it, it's just different. I don't know.
Yeah, I could not be more excited.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be so cool. I think we do kind of have an idea a little bit already for the inside, but
to an extent.
Yeah, you know, first things first though is foundation.
Yeah.
Of it. Yeah, I'm pumped.
And we know this isn't anything new. We do know other people have done it and all that.
It's new to us.
But there's really not a lot of videos on YouTube if you go look for them. So it'll be pretty cool and interesting to not be a pioneer of it. We're not going to be the first people ever to do it again. But a lot of people are going to take this the wrong way, and I don't really care.
Uh-oh.
We do know that people have done shed to houses for a long time. But as far as YouTube goes, if you go back to some of the original shed to house builds, Jared and I were one of the first people on YouTube to really have a channel blowing up off of that. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I didn't think anything of it. And now I'm like, that's pretty cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool that we kind of paved a path, I guess. There was clearly some other channels that did as well. But we were some of the first channels to do it. And that's how people started to know us as that. And that's how we did videos of just looking at sheds and different things like that. Well, then it became a thing where clearly 1 million people have done tiny houses. Well, we did a tiny house at the old off-grid and a tiny house here, and did a shed to house at the old off-grid. Well, there's not a lot of grain silos.
Yeah.
So to be able to kind of hopefully start a new, not a trend,
I think it is, like, we're catching this where it is becoming a thing.
Yeah, there has been people already doing it, people. I want y'all being, Jason thinks he's the king of YouTube. I am, but, you know, it's just cool knowing that we're kind of hitting it before it's becoming a big thing on YouTube. And it may never become a big thing on YouTube, but it's just cool knowing that we're doing something different, and that's something that we always want to do, is something different. We're not like every other homestead channel. We're not like the other off-grid channels. We're not like the other whatever channels. Yes, we have stuff that's similar, but I feel like we're our own. And
we're the Crockers.
I don't know anyone else that is kind of doing what we're doing and how we do it. And that's what I like about it. I always, everything I've ever done, I've always wanted to try to do something different. And the fact that we're doing a grain silo is definitely different, and that's what makes me excited, is we're not following a path, we're trying to pave our own.
Yeah.
Take that how you want.
It's okay.
I don't really care.
Yeah. Another thing, though, we did discuss is might end up being our forever home.
Maybe. Depends.
We might just do this in the shop if we don't end up having kids.
Yeah.
So.
And that was your idea. Again. Yeah. I don't want y'all coming at me. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, there's really no need to build a bigger house if they're all running back.
Yeah. If it is end up just being us and no kids.
Yeah.
Why do you need a bigger house?
Yeah.
And we're real big on having an outdoor space, which is why we would prefer a massive shop and a little house, which we're going to do either way once we build the barndominium. But then have like an outdoor, you know, we're hoping a pool and, you know, an outdoor cooking area, bar area, hangout area, you know, all that. We're real big on being outside. And then with it being smaller and we're downsizing a lot of our animals and we downsize land, it gives us the freedom to leave. And it gives us a freedom to be debt free and to not get in over our heads and all that, and actually live life, which is the whole point.
So this grain silo truly, I mean, it's a huge deal to us.
It potentially could be a temporary housing solution for us,
Or-
but also could be our forever home.
Yeah.
And we're going to look at it as our forever home. And if we ended up having kids or deciding we want something a little bigger later, that's what we'll do. But for now, we are building this as our forever home. So we're going to customize it exactly how we want. We're going to do the things we want to it. We're going to try to build it as good as possible. And we're just fingers crossed that the electric company will say, that's a structure. We'll go ahead and put power on there. We don't have to put a big old shop to get power.
Well,
but
there's also...
there are other ways too. Workarounds.
Riders. You guys, they're getting so big. Look at him. I can't believe nobody has claimed him. Look at that face.
His feet can damn near touch the ground. He's so long.
No God. He's the only one that hasn't been claimed. So
You got your feet up in there.
don't miss your opportunity to get the cutest boy. Huh.
He is a good. He is a good pup.
He is. He's so good. They're all really good.
Yeah, they're really good dogs. They're not as hyper as you would think from 3 puppies, but
Oh, he's a good boy.
they're doing great. They're doing awesome. We are glad that 2 of them are going to homes, and then this guy will be spoiled rotten until he gets a home. If he gets a home, if not, then
Look at him. He's going. Oh my gosh. He's so cute.
just a little turd.
He's literally got his paws
Well,
like
get
this.
the camera and show him before he moves. Yo, don't move now. Oh, he moved a little bit.
Okay, I can't really see where it's.
But he's just a little turd.
He's cute boy.
But yeah, we're caught for this one. I think we've talked enough. I think I dug myself in a hole enough of YouTube King for this one.
Yeah, it's alright.
No regrets. Look at him closing his eyes. He's trying to sleep.
Is it on him?
Enough. Oh, he waking up. He said, wait. But
Alright, say bye, low rider.
bye bye.